What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am live on the secondary account and I'm tagged in the primary account, and I just wanted to come by and say hello. I've been on a self imposed quarantine from Facebook for about 2 weeks. I've been reading a lot, been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I'm listening to the Bible. I'm listening to uh, uh, basic human behavior by Robert Greene, or The Art of Human Behavior, something like that, by Robert Greene, and Propaganda, that a book that came out in I think the 20s or something like that. I see I've got one person watching. Hello, how are you doing? Tonight I actually wanted to come in, and I done that whole Bible series about the rapture and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I've been sort of keeping my mouth shut for the past few weeks. If y'all looked at the other post, I gave y'all a thing from Psalms where it's talking about keeping your mouth shut. And trust me, it's taken a lot to keep my mouth shut. You have no idea. You can't say nothing. In the moment you tell me I can't say something, it's the moment I really want to say it. But I haven't been able to say a lot of the stuff that I want to say because every time you turn around, people are getting censored about one thing or the other. So I figured I'd just keep my mouth shut for a while and only come in and do this every now and then. What's up, man? Thank you for watching. uh, it's been about a year ago. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for watching, man. It wasn't it about this time last year that we were doing a live at the house when all this first started. So yeah, thank you for watching, man. What I did want to say is, last year a lot of you guys were posting and where y'all had pictures from where we filmed last year. I mean, we had Chris DeBell on as the comic. We had Ryan Rubin was there, opened it up. 7 Year Witch. We was at Club 134. Those guys are back up, open until 2 o'clock again. So everything seems to be going back to normal. Well, it is for everyone else, not for me. Me and Ashley have a baby on the way, so things have dramatically changed for me. So, with that being said, that Bible study that I was doing about the rapture, people can argue and say what they want to from this point on, but yeah, the stuff that I've read, I'm very much a believer. I feel like if people can believe in Justin Bieber, I can believe in Jesus. Okay. So, with that being said, I wanted y'all to remember Hosanna 6:6:6. For I desire mercy, not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. So, yay! Everybody talks about the Old Testament, all doom and gloom. Have you read the Old Testament? Them people were crazy. Next thing you know, hell, Blast doing that live. Hopefully we'll do it again one day. Sure do, man. I hope we get to hang out soon. Hope we get to do another live. But right now I don't see myself going out very much because I just don't. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you saying congratulations on the baby. I didn't think I was supposed to have one because of the cancer and everything. So we have a miracle baby on the way. So, which is all the more reason I'm telling y'all about God and Jesus and the stuff that's going on and the stuff that I'm finding out because I have promoted bars, I've promoted stand up comics, all this kind of stuff. So, with me calling myself a Christian, I actually wanted to go back and see what Jesus said so I could help promote Jesus, and God, because they're getting a very bad name right now. And it's like, oh, you don't want to be around a Christian because Christians are judgmental, this, that, and the other. Well, a lot of folks are. But if you actually read what Jesus said, he didn't like church folks either. So go read Matthew 23 and you can hear all about that. But that's not what I'm talking about tonight. What I wanted to talk about tonight was Hosanna 6:6, for I desire mercy and not sacrifice, the knowledge of God more than burnt offering. Do y'all know what God said that all we had to do was no gods before him? Well, if you sort of created everything, I would imagine you wouldn't want other people taking your thunder. If I write a joke and it's really good, I don't want somebody else telling it. Do not make idols, technologies, logo, or marketing or licensing trademarks above me. How many folks love to go to Apple? How many people look to Facebook fact checkers for everything now? How many people now look and say, oh, the doctors know everything. Yay! Let's get a vaccine that they don't even know what really happens with it yet. Yeah, okay. Do not call on the name of the Lord with empty intent. Yeah. I ended up having 2 kids and now I'm 45. Ugh. Ooh, why you gotta be talking like that, man? I'm gonna be good with just the one right now. We've got 2 daughters too, and yeah, that's gonna be interesting all in itself. Back to the other things that God was telling you, remember the Sabbath and keep it whole. Basically, he's telling y'all we are wild and they need to just chill out every now and then. Honor your mother and father. Well, I know some folks have um, parents that you really don't honor, but trust me, do it. It'll make sense later. Now come to the last 5 of the commandments. This is what I like to call when they say what would Jesus do? I'm thinking it's just he wouldn't be a butthole, okay? Because it says, do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not bear false witness against your neighbor, and do not covet. Okay? Who? Okay. Uh, oh, yeah. And what I was asking, what I was wrote down here, I was trying to figure out again. It said, who is the God that we're talking about? This is the God that brought the Israelites out of Egypt. He basically shut down all of Pharaoh's sorcerers, mediums, seers, priests, all their main guys. He shut them down. So with that being on the flip side of that, there has to be something to the sorcery and all that other stuff. Um, I do have to honor my mother-in-law. Yeah, you sort of got to honor your mother-in-law too. It may not be exactly what you want to do, but kill them with kindness is what I say. Um, and the guy that they're talking about just brought all of them out of Egypt. Had the whole waters up on the side of the Red Sea like a wall. They walked through like they were walking down Interstate 85, and everybody else was looking at the side of the road like the water was there. So, yeah, this is a God who knows what he's doing. Now, when the prophet Zechariah was speaking about the remnant that was coming out, twice God tells us, do not fear. This is the same God who is in Mark 4:39, looks at the sea and tells it, the sea and the wind, and says, peace be still, and the wind and the waves obey. Maybe, I don't know about y'all, but maybe it's a time for us just to sit back and let God do his work, because if you read in any of the prophets, you read any of them, the way everybody's gone bat done crazy. Yeah, they told us, don't believe me, go read for yourself. Now I wanted to get over here, and it said he wanted the knowledge of God. There you go. This is exactly who we're talking about. Now you want to talk about he desires mercy and not sacrifice. Now, if you really want to know the whole gist of it, go to John 15:10. If you keep my commandments, the 10 commandments, yeah, all those, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandment and abide in his love. These things I have spoken to you, that you may remain in you, that your joy may be full. Thus, this is my commandment, that you love one another as you love yourself. There is no greater love than he who lays his life down for another. And then Jesus goes on and gets hung on the cross and all that kind of stuff. Uh, Now, I want y'all to remember in Zechariah when he's talking about the remnant that's coming out, he's talking about the remnant. All these people who to be a remnant has to do is believe Jesus is who he says he is, the truth, the light, and the way. And wait a minute, y'all want to hear this? Okay, this is all you have to do. You don't have to make $1 million. You don't have to pay $1 billion. You don't have to get a vaccine. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do, these are the things you shall do. Speak each man the truth to his neighbor. Wow, that's revolutionary. Don't lie. Give judgments in your gates for truth, justice, and peace. When they're talking about gates, in your head, in your thoughts, what you're looking at, all this kind of stuff, you need to be focusing on truth, justice, and peace. That's all you got to be focusing on. It says, let none of you think evil in your heart against your neighbor. Yeah, I feel like a lot of folks don't have a good hold on that one. And do not love a false oath. Do not love a lie. Yeah, a lie. I just wanted to leave y'all with a few things because I'm gonna get off here, and it may be another month, 2 months few weeks before I post anything on here. So if y'all don't like hearing me, don't worry, you ain't gotta hear very much more. But this is where I wanted to go to Mark 20. Mark 7:20. Oh, where are we at? When I keep telling y'all to guard your heart, this is why I'm telling you this. For what comes out of a man is what defiles a man from within, from without, from within, out of the heart of man proceeds evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lewdness, evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness, and all these evil things come from within a man's heart. Yeah, you sort of can't get away from it, can you? You're finding out it's all about what's going to be in your heart. And then he tells the 12 disciples when they're trying to figure out who's going to be the greatest among them, he says, if any of y'all desire to be first, he shall be last and shall be a servant. That's going to be really hard for some people to get really a grasp on. And one other thing, for remember, we keep talking about your heart and be able to guard it, because in Luke 6:43, for a good tree does not bear bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. For every tree is known by its fruit. For men do not gather figs from thorns, nor do they gather grapes from thorns. A good man out of the good of the treasure of his hearts brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his hearts brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Wow. So you're fixing to really see all the stuff that people are talking idly, and how everybody loves to keep saying how, oh, they would do this or they would do that. And everybody who's doing all the hey from Honduras, nice, wow, that's why are you watching me if you're in Honduras? You're in Honduras. I'm sure they've got some cool stuff that you could be doing instead of listening to me ramble on Facebook with 4 other people. But while you're down there, stay safe. God bless you. Do what you do. But with all that being said, this is what I want to remind every one of you. If you don't get your heart right and you don't start paying attention to what's in your heart, because when people start talking, and you know how you get to going along, man, I'd have whooped his ass, I'd have done this, or I'd have done that. Those are idle words that you're going to be condemned with, and those are the things that come out of your heart. And Hosea 7:2, talking about all the evil people that's fixing to have to deal with the stuff that's going on. They do not consider in their hearts, let I remember all their wickedness. Now their own deeds have surrounded them, and they are before my eyes. Man, could you imagine some of the things people have been harboring in their hearts coming true right that moment? Well, guys, I have got on here and said a few things on Facebook and made it feel like I was doing something just so I could sit up here and talk to you guys for a little bit. With that being said, I just wanted to say thank y'all for watching me ramble, and I hope y'all get your hearts right, because if you can't look around and see this stuff is going little sideways. I don't know if y'all have ever been in a car accident, or y'all have been in a place where y'all was seeing a big fight go down, or if you grew up in a very tense household where, somebody could get their ass whooped at any moment. If y'all have never been in those kind of situations, you won't understand what I'm talking about. But if you have been in those situations, your spidey senses should be tingling just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I want to make sure that y'all understand this. They have all them troops up there guarding the White House for one of two things. Either they are really scared about somebody getting in, or they don't want people seeing what's going on with inside. You choose for yourself. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe through all of this. And let's see how long before they actually kick me off of Facebook.